The U.S. Supreme Court's conservative majority appears ready to side with a Christian therapist challenging Colorado's ban on so-called conversion therapy for minors. Kelly Childs says the law violates her First Amendment rights by barring licensed therapists from counseling minors who want to change their sexual orientation or embrace their biological sex. Her attorney from Alliance Defending Freedom argued that Colorado's law unfairly censors religious and moral viewpoints. The state counters that the therapy is harmful and the ban only applies to licensed treatments, not speech. The court's decision is expected by June and will have implications for the more than 20 other states with similar laws. Jake Warner argued the case at the Supreme Court today. He is with us now. So you were present at the Supreme Court today. How did it go?
It was a great day in court if you're a fan of free speech. Alliance Defending Freedom represented Kelly Childs, a licensed counselor in Colorado, and she's challenging a law that is blatantly viewpoint-based. Colorado passed a law a few years ago that harms children. It forbids counselors from helping children who want to regain comfort with their biological sex, but it allows conversations to push them toward a gender transition, which often leads to harmful drugs and procedures. So Colorado is banning speech on issues that it wants to compel certain ideology on.
Can you share with us some of the questions from the justices, and maybe could you gauge where they were starting to think in one direction versus another?
The court seemed very receptive to our arguments today. There seemed to be a majority of the justices who were really concerned about the viewpoint discrimination that is going on in Colorado's law, because Colorado's law is harming kids. It's preventing voluntary conversations between a licensed counselor and a willing minor. Colorado says if you want to have those conversations, the counselor can only push those kids towards harmful drugs and procedures. You can't help them regain comfort with their sex. So the court was really bothered, it seemed, by the viewpoint discrimination going on.
Now, you are arguing this case saying it falls under free speech. How was that message received today?
Well, I think the majority of the court warmly received the idea that Kaylee's counseling is words. Kaylee is a counselor, and all she does is talk with her clients. She has voluntary conversations with children who wants them. The First Amendment protects speech, and the court has always held that words are speech.
Now, since therapy is confidential, might this be a bit challenging in terms of a ban to enforce?
Well, Colorado relies on complaints to be filed, and in fact, our client has already received complaints that Colorado is investigating, saying that she has violated the law. So Colorado is investigating and forcing her to respond to complaints already. So there is an enforcement mechanism that the state uses, but certainly we hope that the court recognizes that the real problem going on here, which is that the state's trying to push its preferred ideology on kids and families who don't necessarily want to accept it.
Well, we'll certainly continue to follow this case. Jake Warner, Senior Counsel at Alliance Defending Freedom, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.